Hello there and welcome back. My name is Elena.
And I am Fotios, and this is the Game Court.
And today's video is all about game review.
And for this session we are reviewing Batalla de Coronas, or the Battle of the Crowns. This is a game for 2 players only, and it comes to us from Chile. And this is a review copy that was sent to us by the designer of the game, Pedro Guajardo Cordescu, and this game is published by La Vaca del Tablero.
In Batalla de Coronas...
I say Batalla de Coronas, yeah,
Batalla.
My pronunciation sucks. How do you say it again?
Batalla.
Batalla de Corona, yes.
In Batalla de Corona.
This sounds better, yes.
Does it?
Yes.
Thank you. So, in Batalla de Corona, you are 2 nobles and one of you is trying to become the monarch.
The monarch,
The monarch, like the king kind of thing. The kind of situation. So, the game is played only in 2, as you said earlier, and has a lot of elements of like push your luck, because you have a lot of dice that you roll, and you have some little helpers that will help you along your journey to become the monarch.
Not really helpers. You cannot call the military commander helper. He's a proper person.
There's a priest as well in there.
It's a priest. A priest, and it's also a noble as well. These are not helpers. And the master of coins. Yes. Anyway. So your objective is to steal the 3 gems of your opponent before they steal your 3 gems. And you can only steal 1 at a time. So you steal 1, so the score basically is 1-0, and then Elena steals 1 from me, and 1-1, and so on and so forth. And until you win when somebody steals 3 gems from their opponent first.
This game is played in 2, and is played 1 turn at a time. And during your turn, you will take your exactly 2 dice and you will roll them. And 1 dice is always allocated towards your money, and the other dice is allocated to either A, use a noble or person, or allocate a person to a space, and that will automatically give you that action too. Easy peasy, right?
Yeah. And then once you have done these 2 things, what you do then, you can buy stuff. Using your
money.
Coins, you can buy stuff. What you can buy? You can buy defenses, or you can buy swords, or you can train your dragon, right?
That's super nice.
And as you train your dragon, it becomes super expensive anyway. And once you are done buying stuff, then what happens?
You can decide to either A, do nothing, B, fight your opponent.
Exactly.
You can attack your opponent.
Exactly. To attack your opponent, you need to have some swords, and then each one of us will roll a die, and whoever has the highest pip value will basically win the battle. If you're the attacker, you'll sacrifice swords to decrease your defense of your opponent. If you are the defender who wins, then basically you remove that many swords from your attacker based on your defense.
If I have a 5 and you have a 3, then I'll have to sacrifice 2 swords to take 2 of your shields off.
Correct. And if by doing so my shields go to 0, this is how you get one of my gems, basically.
Yes, please.
Yes.
And at the end of the battle, I must say, and I think the game is pretty straightforward from this perspective, the person that wins gets the crown token, and the person that loses gets the cross token, which is technically a cross.
Yeah, it's basically 2 bonuses that they will help you later on in the game. The crown token gives you coins, 3 coins at any time, and the priest, the cross token, basically moves your priest to do a bad juju for your opponent.
For free, yeah. Now, let's go through all the nobles and all the people, because they have super duper names. And can I just show you? This game comes with, this is the cover of the game, but look at this, Batalla de Coronas. Look how beautiful all this art is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look how pretty it is, look. And it has all the explanations at the back. Now, the only issue is, unless you know Spanish fluently, this is in Spanish at the moment. So hopefully if they do release this game, which is, by the way, very, very nice, hopefully they will translate this into English.
Yeah, we have a PDF that's in English. And by the way, if I may say, because you saw this here, Pedro, I would consider replacing this cover with this cover.
Isn't this gorgeous?
This looks so
it's
nice.
Gorgeous.
And the dragon looks so nice. Very nice. I really like this. And in fact, you could even place the whole game in Wales, where dragon is, the national, it appears on the national flag of Wales. That would be also cool. But anyway.
Anyhow. That's just our taste.
Exactly.
Right.
So what do the nobles do?
Let's see. Let's try the PDF version.
Before you show the nobles, can I please also the player board?
That's
we have
really
2
nice,
of these player boards in the box. They look like that. On the back they look the big dragon, which looks amazing. And before Elena explains the nobles, I will go through the board very quickly for you guys. So up here you assign the nobles in different spots. And once you assign them, that's the pip value for the game. Yes. Exactly. Here is where you collect swords and defenses. Down here is the priest, yes, where you move it to a different room to do a bad juju for your opponent. This is your money track here, down here. And here is where you train your dragon, and once it's fully trained, it goes and attacks to your opponent by 4 swords.
And when it comes to the nobles that you have, most of them are pretty straightforward.
The helpers?
The helpers.
Yes.
Are they called nobles or helpers?
I think one is called noble.
They're all helpers then. When it comes to all the helpers...
The people.
Yeah, but would you be called a helper or would you like to be called a noble?
A person. Whatever.
It's fine. Anyhow, most of them are pretty straightforward, as Photius already alluded. And they all do technically, you put your money person, which is called the master of coin, and that gives you 3 coins. Done. That's all that it does. So most of them just do that, the commander gives you a shield or a sword. The dragon, the sorcerer, the red one, gives you a free step on the dragon track. You can pay for it equally if you have extra money, but these ones are the perks that they do. They have a nice one that's the smith, which gives you a little black token, and the smith is black. It gives you a black token that when you do either get a shield or a sword, you can get the double the amount. No, it's not double the amount. Yeah, it's 2 swords instead of 1 for the price of 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Something along that, like it gives you an extra step wherever you go, which I think is super cool. And then there is the noble. The noble.
The noble, you see.
Which is the purple pawn. And this is a wild, so you can choose if you do put it into a place and you choose that number, then you can do any action of the helpers that you have around.
Now, 2 more small aspects of the game that we didn't discuss is that, once you steal a gem from your opponent, then basically you occupy a space in your money track, so you cannot gain up to 9 money anymore.
It's basically 7 money.
7 money. You can gain
money.
Up to 6 money or up to 5 money, so it makes your position a bit difficult. So this is some sort of catch-up mechanism, if you wish. And also, as Elena said earlier about the push your luck element of the game, in the battle resolution we really simplified earlier and we said we roll 1 die each, we compare them and that's it. But actually, each one of us has the option to reroll a die. You can pay 1 coin to reroll once, you can pay 2 coins to reroll again, 3 coins to reroll again, and so on and so forth.
And then you won't have money anymore.
Exactly. But sometimes you don't have money anyway, so you cannot reroll anyway.
If we're at the nitty gritty, I'm just gonna add quickly. You don't feed your dragon for free. You get extra steps when you select your sorcerer. That will give you 1 free extra step, and you can pay for extra steps to train your dragon. But when you train it, it gives you 4 swords. So it gives you 4 attack
directly.
That means your opponent loses 4 shields automatically.
And if they go down to 0 shields,
then that's a gem.
Exactly. Now the length of the game is very reasonable, I think. All our plays took about 20 to 30 minutes. The box says 20 to 45. I think 45 is a bit too much.
Yeah.
I think it's not it doesn't reflect to reality. It's I think maximum 30 minutes, and it's a good amount of play for this game, I think.
Righty. Time for the A's and A's.
Let's do it. You want to start?
Yeah, sure. I like the head-to-head aspect of this game. I know it's a head-to-head game, but I really like the fact that you protect yourself and that you attack, and you have a choice to attack or not attack. And I like that it has different people, helpers, that do different things. I really like that very much. That's what I like very much.
I like the fact that you roll 2 dice in the beginning of the round and you have to allocate 1 as a person, and the other one as your money. I think this is very cool. And in fact, another thing that the small thing I didn't say, if you are the first to allocate all 6 people on your board, then you get 1 action of your choice for free as well, which is another boost. So basically, do you want to use that person who is already allocated, or do you want to occupy another spot?
Everybody,
exactly.
Yeah, and I mean it's very, very helpful to have all the people allocated. Really,
it's very helpful.
So it's not, unless you're very unlucky. Like last time when we played, I rolled like the only time I rolled a 3, the one that was not occupied, was at the complete end of the game. I didn't roll a 3 throughout the game, which is very weird. So I couldn't really allocate anybody to that. Another yay for me is a combination of things. The size of the box is very nice.
Yeah,
like,
go for it.
It's very thin. Look how thin it is, and it's more like a book size, if anything. It's very, very pleasant. And inside is not much more than what it is on the outside, as in it takes minutes to set up. It's literally some pawns and a couple of boards, and that is it, which is super nice, particularly when you want to play a game but you're not really fast with setting up a million things. It's a super duper game, and
exactly.
it's super crunchy and fighty and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. My next yay is about one particular component, and that's, I'm not sure if that's visible. Is this component here?
The dragon.
It's the dragon component. Each of us gets one of the dragons, and this is how we
you track the dragon. Yes,
exactly. We track our progress on the dragon training track. It's an amazing component. I think I like the color as well. I mean, I play with red anyway, so yes, all the components are nice, apart from one pawn of mine, which is decapitated a little bit. Yes, the head is missing a little bit. I think it's the blue one, the military commander, that the head is missing.
I don't know. Military commander, beheaded.
He went to a fight, yes, or something. But yeah, the components are minimal. Now, nails-wise, very small stuff, from my side at least. One is, as I mentioned earlier, I would much rather prefer to have for the art of the box of the game what appears on the rulebook of the game. So I much rather have this instead of that, but that's my personal preference. But another one that I would like to mention.
I have a nay as well.
Go for it. Sorry. Yeah, all right.
My nay. Okay, I'm going to tell you my nay. My nay is particularly about a turn in the game when you are attacked by the dragon. So let's say you have 3 shields and you're attacked by the dragon, so you completely die and you lose a gem, which is fine. But then straight after, if you don't catch up with a shield or 2, which is quite hard to get anyway, you can lose another gem instantly. So I find that in that very sensitive part of the game, if you're not lucky enough to get a shield or get a lot of money to buy some shields, then you just end up with nothing, and then you just lose another game. And it happened a couple of times at least.
Yeah, actually it happens on one of our games. You were leading with 2 versus 1, and in one of my turns I activated my dragon. I brought your shields down to 0, which gave me a shield, and in the same turn I decided to battle you, which effectively gave me another shield, another gem, because you were already in 0 shields.
Yeah, and then you won the game.
Exactly, in one turn. Now, this could be easily fixed by potentially not allowing in the same turn to activate your dragon and battle. So if you have your dragon activated, you cannot battle in the same turn. That could be a very small,
Yes, or some sort of catch-up mechanism of some sort. But I mean, it's just a matter of just tweaking. The game is new, it's not published yet. So I think it's only fair to give the goods and the bads and stuff that will just improve the game.
And my other nay, which is a production, I think, preference or whatever, because these dice are to be rolled, these dice are quite square, don't have smooth edges, so they're kind of hard to be rolled. So I would rather have dice that are more easily rolled, but again, for me that's minor. Overall, I really like this game, to be honest.
Now, as game recommendations, and it is a bit sad to say that I don't think we own any games with dragons.
Yes, I know, right?
Which is very disappointing, because I'm very excited about this game because it has dragons in it, yet we have none.
So game designers, we need Euro games with dragons.
I mean, why not?
Exactly,
why
right?
wouldn't you have that, right?
Well, there is Flamecraft, which we used to have, right?
Yeah, but it's fluffy dragons and pink dragons, and they're all pretty and squishy.
And it's not battling
it's
dragons.
It's not battling, raw flame dragon kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like
I'd like that a lot.
And enchanting dragons. Yeah, exactly.
I'd like a bit of mythical stuff, right? Anyhow.
Like Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, the Euro. Dungeons and Dragons are Euro.
Yeah,
Surely that exists, right?
I'm pretty sure a version of it exists.
Yeah, somewhere. Anyhow, the only recommendation I could find for you guys is Seven Wonders Duel.
Yeah. In fact, there's a new version coming up now at Essen, which is called Seven Wonders Duel: The Lord of the Rings, or The Fellowship of the Ring, or something like that.
Does it have dragons in it?
I don't think so, because it's not Game of Thrones. It's Lord of the Rings. But anyway.
Lord of the Rings, yeah, of course.
Yes. My game recommendation is another small box game that is kind of fighty and also a bit of dice rolling. It's called The Cousins War. It's not Elena's cup of tea or favorite game. It has also a little bit of the dice liars mechanic. Liars
dice, yes. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm happy with the area majority in that
yeah.
game. But the liar's dice, oh lord, I cannot be doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
I cannot do that. I mean, yeah.
But overall, I think I prefer this game much better than Cousins War itself, because it's much lighter, much simpler to the rules, and very much easy to set up and play.
Anyhow, that was it for today.
This was our game review of Batalla de Coronas.
Hey, that's the one.
Or the Battle of the Crowns.
I hope you enjoyed it.
And thank you so much for watching.
See you later.
Bye.